Oi there! My name's Ryan. It's my best attempt at an Australian accent. It's Big Friday today. We're going deadlifts, we're going power cleans. I'm already tucked in because we're going to the gym. And if you've ever wondered, Ryan, you have a great garage gym setup. Why do you like going to the gym so much? I like training around other people. I've said that in so many videos. Like, you're probably going to have a better session if you're around people, especially if you're going to a gym that you really enjoy. And I'm about to go to one of my most favorite spots to train in all of Georgia, Steel Society. But there's a particular way I want to do power cleans today, and I'm going to bring something with me so that way I can do power cleans exactly the way I want to do them today. So I'm going to take my homemade low blocks. Might even take a few extra 45s because I think they only have 2 pairs there. And come on, that's not enough. And I'll either see you in my truck or there at the gym. Here we go. So I think the theme for today, if I were to try to inject one word into how I want the session to go, it's effort. Effort, 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 effort. and hopefully you see that like manifested in this session just by the way that I'm going about things, right? Like, obviously you're not there with me seeing exactly how long I rest in between sets and like what I'm doing in between sets and how I'm getting prepared and so on and so forth. But like, just hopefully through whatever video I capture today, you can see that the theme is getting after it. And I think there's a couple ways that you can just make sure that you're prepared to put forth as much effort as you can. Number one, like if you're going to have a big session like this today, just making sure that you're taking care of the extraneous things outside of the gym that are going to affect how you perform within the gym. Like, make sure you've eaten, right? And you're hydrated and that you slept well, all right? Let's be adults here. Let's make sure that those things are taken care of. But in terms of how you can approach this with a mindset is, number one, I mean, just tell yourself that you're about to get after it, right? Like, there's a way to do that. There's a quality to putting forth effort, and that is synonymous with being excited and wanting to be there. And like, if you truly want to do that, if you truly want to be there, how you act while you're training, while you're at the gym, that's just gonna show itself automatically, right? But like, if you're just telling yourself that, but you don't believe it, you're gonna be so much more lackadaisical. You're gonna be on your phone. You're gonna be distracted, right? If you really want to be there, then that's gonna reveal itself in how you're acting. Like, if you really want to be there, then people who are watching you train should be able to tell that, right? And then the second thing that I would say, if you really want to put forth tremendous amounts of gusto and effort, is I wouldn't prioritize resting in terms of like sitting down and, like, I already mentioned your phone, but scrolling on your phone and like letting your mind wander. I would be more inclined to stand up for most of the session and to put my phone away and to try to stay locked in and not to rest too long in between sets, because if you're doing a really hard session, it can be so easy, especially if you hit like one big set, it can be so easy after that big set to just like lose control, lose focus, and lose that high. So you want to maintain that high throughout the entirety of the session. Part of that is doing the things that I've just talked about, but also not getting too fired up for any one set and just allowing this like natural high to sort of blanket the entire session, and to never get too high, but also don't allow yourself to get too low, because once you draw yourself back into the recesses of a dull consciousness, it's hard to get out of that within one day, right? Like, you only have so many bullets in the chamber. You gotta learn how to control all that. Come on, it's not just about lifting the freaking weights and the sets and reps, it's how you go about it. Woo!
All right, gonna get in a quick warm up. Really nothing special, just trying to get a sweat going on. Then we're gonna go right into deadlifts. pocket is a myth. Go as heavy as you can every session. First set. .545 felt okay. This set will tell me what I'm gonna do for my last set for sure. Let's give it a ride.
Let's go, coach. Come on. Come on. Here you go. One more. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He wants it.
Really nothing to talk about. Either I do it or I don't.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. You gotta watch. 2 more. Yup. Come on. Look it out. Drive those hips. Come on. Yup. Up. Knock it out. Oh.
So this is that part that I was talking about where when you do a top set, you can easily get really, really low if you take too much time. So let's strip this, clean it up, and move on to the next exercise and not really rest more than needed. All right, so the first time I've ever dealt with like a callus really ripping, tried super gluing it back together, so it took a little bit more time than I hoped it would, but we're gonna go 3-2-1, 3-2-1, 2 waves, not really push the weight too hard, rather focus on just good speed, and let's see if we can come up with anything useful to talk about while we're doing this.
Wait.
Are you gonna get me fired up, dude? Zach, you better stop, man. You're gonna get me fired up, dude. You better stop. Better not say that, dude. You're gonna get me fired up. Here we go. Wave 2. Spirit animal. Come on. think what I love about doing power cleans from low blocks is the idea of eliminating most of the range of motion where you're trying to gradually accelerate the bar. And it just places so much more emphasis on aggression, like as soon as you start. So like not only are these good, just to do them, any power clean is good regardless of the variation, but this might contextually be really, really good for someone who isn't getting a good feel for how to really, really accelerate the bar once it starts traveling past your knees. So this is something that I've talked about in recent videos and I allude to a lot, but that was a lot of fun. 340 felt absolutely phenomenal. And I only have 2 waves where I'm doing a single on the end of each wave, but I think I'm gonna do one more. Add some weight, and maybe not absolutely totally send it, but I mean, why not just do one more, right? Am I being crazy?
Come on! Yes!
Thank you. I had deficit bent over rows on the schedule for today at the very end, but that's because I'm at my garage gym most times and I don't have any machines to do back exercises with. But if I'm in the gym, I'm always probably going to do an audible for something machine based, just because it's easier, more convenient. I can do it faster, and then also just less fatigue on the lower back, and I don't see any benefit, any like truly noticeable benefits over doing a deficit bent over row versus something like this. If anything, I'd rather do this because I can probably focus on my back a little bit better. So.
I gotta move that. I can do that. It's good. Like it helps like also like stuff like this.
Hi. Overall, pretty good session. Wish I would have hit that 635 for 5, and honestly, I thought that I would have felt a lot stronger on deadlifts today, and definitely thought that I would have gotten that and maybe had one more in the tank, but I think I tend to always overestimate how potentially strong I may be on any given day. And in the grand scheme of things, I'd probably rather be that way than any other way. So it is what it is, really. Then also with those, man, I absolutely just love block power cleans. Like I was talking about earlier, I think they just teach aggression really well, but I also feel like they allow you to access speed in the third pull extremely well. Maybe it's because there's just less that you have to focus on, and so you can like put more of your attention into that. And then also it might just be like the nature of that variation, where it's just so fast, so aggressive, you barely have time to do anything, that it kind of forces you to be extremely fast in the third pull. And that last rep with 355 just felt phenomenal in terms of how hard I just had to like stop that barbell and how fast I had to get underneath it because I didn't pull it as high as I would have liked. It's just such a good learning tool. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Sessions like that, you accumulate enough of those, we just go in and absolutely get after it. I don't think you really have to worry about much in terms of what program you're on or should you be doing this or that. If you check that one box, then I think you can rest assured knowing that you're going to make some pretty tremendous gains. Training is fun.